It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Jamie is a leading Tampa Bay real estate agent and featured on the Wall Street Journal's list of top 100 real estate agents in the nation. Jamie invites you to list your home with him today and learn more at tampabayradio.com. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, your host, Jamie Maloney.
Good morning, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Each weekday morning at 8 a.m. here on 1250 Wins WHNZ. It's something different each and every morning as I talk to different business owners, entrepreneurs, professional and civic leaders about what they're doing in our communities to make a difference. Please help support the show and visit tampabayradio.com. Over there, all shows are available on demand, and you'll see that I also sell real estate and am a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker and been in business for over 8 years. And have sold nearly probably 1,500 homes now in the past 8 years. So if I can in any way help you buying or selling a piece of real estate in the Tampa Bay region, anywhere from Sarasota all the way up into Hernando County and over even into Lakeland, I do cover a wide area. Please reach out to me. Best way to get me is through my contact form over at tampabayradio.com or send me an email, jamie@tampabayradio.com. It's Wednesday, so this is our Working Women Wednesdays feature, each and every Wednesday, brought to us by the Working Women of Tampa Bay Networking Group. Learn more about them, workingwomenoftampabay.com. And on the phone line, Jessica Rivelli, CEO and founder of the group, is with me. Jessica, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jamie. How are you?
I am doing great. We're coming up on the end of 2015, and the time has just flown by. It's amazing that we're already just, like a little over a week away from Christmas, and it's also time to begin thinking about planning for 2016, and you have an event coming up on January 8th that's sort of centered around planning and getting ready for 2016. So tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, our very last event for the year is actually tonight. We're doing a wine painting class in St. Pete. So we are wrapping up for 2015 and already looking at 2016. And so Debbie Lane, who is a nationally recognized hypnotist and hypnotherapist, she was in with you a couple of weeks ago. She's actually doing a workshop for us called A Year of Your Dreams, and it's all about being able to plan ahead for 2016. And she does it with the, help of using group hypnosis and journaling. And so the women will go through about a 2-hour class where they'll come out with plans for what they want to do for the rest of 2016. And that's January 8th. It's at Dimmick Cadillac. And that's part of our, and it's a lunchtime series. And that's part of our Women's Entrepreneur Exchange, which is the program off of Working Women that's centered around supporting women entrepreneurs. So we do a lot of masterminds around that series of getting women together to support one another. And so this will be actually part of that series, since our goal is to help women entrepreneurs kind of realize their dreams in 2016.
So what's on the horizon for the Working Women of Tampa Bay Networking Group in 2016? Do you have any, have you begun planning for 2016? I mean, what can we expect?
Yeah, we have so many things going on in 2016. One thing is, and I'll have Michelle Turman, Michelle Turman, I think, has already been on your show.
Yes.
But she's helping me roll out a mentoring program. So we'll have a new mentoring program starting in 2016. So that's really exciting. And we're working on doing some bigger events and bringing in some bigger speakers for out of town. I mentioned that Deanne Turner, who's the vice president for talent development at Chick-fil-A, is coming in from Atlanta on January 14th. And we're really going to be trying to bring in some bigger keynote speakers and to be doing some more events around important topics that you're seeing, getting like national attention. So we're already hard at work, planning out the 2014 calendar, or 20.
A couple years behind there.
I know. We're not going backwards. We're going forwards this year. So I'll be excited to share some of those bigger events with you as we roll them out. We'll probably have a bigger sense of what we've got going on for 2016 in January. I'll be able to give you some dates of some cool things that are new this year that people can mark on their calendars.
And Jessica, I know we've had a number of listeners that have probably been listening, since started the show back in February, and I'm sure they're probably interested in joining Working Women of Tampa Bay. I mean, give your pitch. I mean, how can they get involved with the Working Women of Tampa Bay Networking Group? What's the best way for them to go out about this?
Yeah, I mean, what's great about Working Women is it's so accessible and it's so affordable, which is part of our mission. So, if you go to workingwomenoftampabay.com, there really is a wealth of information on how to become a member, how to go to an event. But I think the easiest thing to do is, we do 20 events a month all over Tampa Bay, and all of our events are always open to non-members. So the easiest thing to do is just go on the calendar, which you can find on the events tab on the website. Pick an event that's either near your work or near your home, and come out and check it out and see if it's something that really speaks to you and that you feel like is going to bring you value as a business owner or as an executive. We have, like I said, that kickoff lunch coming up on the 14th at Ruth Eckerd Hall. That might be a great event that if someone's been on the fence and has been wanting to try out Working Women, but is waiting for something to come to get the feel for it, that might be a great one because we'll have about 200 women there. But the easiest thing to do is just check us out on Facebook, or our LinkedIn or Twitter, and kind of get an idea of what kind of community we're trying to build. We have about 700 members, and we have a bigger family of about 10,000 women that get our emails. So, we see about 500 women every month at the different events. And so if you're looking to connect with other women in business, we are definitely the number one resource to do that.
Well, hopefully some of the listeners will be inspired by that, and we'll get in touch with you. Jessica, as always, thanks for checking in and supporting the show each and every Working Women Wednesday.
Thanks, Jamie. Have a good show.
And again, that was Jessica Rivelli, CEO and founder of the Working Women of Tampa Bay Networking Group. Learn more about them, workingwomenoftampabay.com. Time to bring in my next guest for the show. B. Hunter Erdman is a licensed cosmetologist and medical skin care specialist who has been in practice since 1970. She has recently opened Salve Aesthetic Solutions in South Tampa. B., welcome to the program today.
Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate you having me on.
So, B., tell me a little bit more about your background. You're a cosmetologist, correct?
Yes, I'm a cosmetologist, full cosmetology license, but I've specialized in medical skincare over the last 27 years, particularly with plastic surgeons that did breast reconstruction and skin cancer reconstruction. So over the years, I became very passionate about working with those patients and with some of the disfigurement that they went through and some of the trouble with their skin that they were having and different things like that. So I sought out additional education. There's an educational branch right now called Oncology Training International, and I went and I took that certification course, and I became a certified oncology esthetician. And so we moved to Tampa about a year and a half ago, and I started volunteering at Moffitt Cancer Center. And over the years, I've also been a facilitator for the American Cancer Society's Look Good, Feel Better program. And I started doing the Look Good, Feel Better program at Moffitt, too. And I saw such a need with the patients that were attending our programs and that were coming into the salon where I volunteer at Moffitt. And I thought, I really need to put this into action. And my husband encouraged me, and he said, you've been talking about doing this oncology skincare business for the longest time. Why don't you do it? So with his approval and his blessing and his support, I opened Salve Aesthetic Solutions. And basically what it is we provide solutions for everybody that wants to have healthy skin, but we have a real focus on helping oncology patients get through the negative effects of chemotherapy, radiation, and makeup issues and things like that, and just supporting everything that's going on with them.
Okay, so you're a licensed cosmetologist, but your niche is working with oncology patients then?
Absolutely.
So, and how did you find this niche? Or was this something that you just saw a hole in the marketplace or a need for this? How did you come about, wanting this niche?
Well, I actually started doing this when I lived in Dallas, and I was working with the cancer patients, helping them with wound management and corrective issues, and going through all of the negative things that happen with disfigurement. So I wanted to. They became my family. Actually, they became my passion, and I wanted to do something more. So again, when I moved to Tampa, in working with the patients with the American Cancer Society and Moffitt, I saw that I could do more if I opened a business. So that's what I want to do. I want to reach out. I want to take my passion and turn it into a business that actually helps cancer patients get through those negative effects.
Okay, so what are some of the side effects of chemotherapy that your Salve Aesthetic Solutions can help deal with?
Well, when a patient is going through chemotherapy, what happens is that chemotherapy kills rapidly dividing cancer cells. But your skin is also rapidly dividing. It's the largest organ of the body, and it turns itself over every 28 to 35 days. So as the skin is turning itself over, it's actually being affected by those chemotherapy drugs. And what can happen is they can get dryness, they can get irritation, their skin barrier is breached, so there's a lot of inflammation going on. They can get acneiform rashes, they can get irritation and sensitivity from hair loss. They can get something called hand and foot syndrome, where their fingernails and their feet and their hands actually are very, very painful, and sometimes they can actually get sores related to that. The other thing that happens with chemotherapy is that when patients have ports put in for their chemotherapy drugs, they can have a lot of irritation and inflammation around that too. I don't treat that, but I can understand that, and I can give them the tools to help them get through some of those things.
Okay. Where is your location at?
I'm located at Dale Mabry and Henderson area in the Centennial Bank building in the co-creative office suite.
Okay. Do you do any outpatient search? I mean, I guess, do you go on location at all to Moffitt Cancer, or is it strictly an intake service?
It's strictly an intake service.
Okay. All right, let me take a quick break. Coming back from the break, though, I'm going to talk a lot more here with B. Hunter Erdman, owner of Salve Aesthetic Solutions, and you can learn more about her at salveaesthetics.com. You're listening to the Working Women Wednesdays feature of That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Tampa Bay weather is a roof killer. That's why when getting your roof done, you want it done right. Hi, I'm Jamie Maloney of That Business Show. When considering a new roof or repair, talk to Westfall Roofing. They've been installing high-quality roofs in Tampa Bay for over 25 years. Get a free, no-obligation estimate by calling 855-99-ROOFING. That's 855-99-ROOFING. Find out what already 15,000 satisfied customers already know. Call now, 855-99-ROOFING.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project. In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Good morning. Some big delays in St. Petersburg. Northbound 275, just past the exit ramp to 31st Street South. As you head towards downtown St. Pete, you're going to find 2 right lanes blocked there due to a crash. And then once you get past that, near 22nd Avenue North, there's one off to the side, so a tough ride through there. Also, a southbound crash on 19 near Alderman, and typical delays on the interstates in Tampa. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Udrich, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line, 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. If you've been drinking, get a ride, call a cab, or find some other safe way home. Cops all across the country are cracking down on drunk driving, and they'll see you before you see them. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Today, warm and humid, 20% rain chance, near record heat, high 83. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 70. Tomorrow, a 30% rain chance, high 82.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back to the program, everybody. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Each and every weekday morning at 8 a.m. here on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Learn more about the show over at TampaBayRadio.com. Also help support the Working Women of Tampa Bay Networking Group. This is Working Women Wednesdays, and you can learn more about them, WorkingWomenOfTampaBay.com. In studio with B. Hunter Erdman, owner of Salve Aesthetic Solutions, and you can learn more about them at salveaesthetics.com. And B, tell me a little bit more about what oncology of skincare, what is this, how do you call this?
Oncology-focused aesthetics.
Okay, tell me more about what this is.
Basically, it's understanding and addressing the special needs of the clients. The benefits for the patient client are, from physical standpoint, helping them, like I said before, with some of the outward effects of chemotherapy, radiation, and also helping them with scar revisions and different things like that to soothe some of the negative effects of the surgical areas. From a psychological standpoint, though, it really is all about helping them to get through a very difficult time in life. There are some studies that have been done, and there are some programs that are in place around the world. There's a program in the United States called Innovative Skincare is Cancer Care Program, where the company actually goes into hospitals all around the country and quarterly, and they do a program for the cancer patients at Washington Cancer Institute, UCLA Breast Center, and Cleveland Clinic to help address the needs of the patients. And it's an educational program where the company actually gives them some products. There's another program going on in Italy, in Milan, at San Raffaele Hospital called Salute alle Specchio, which means health in the mirror. And what they've done is the entire hospital has embraced this and taken on a program where they collaborate with physicians and psychologists and estheticians and cosmetologists and people that help with clothing and wigs and things like that. And they've done a study that shows that putting programs into place like this actually help with reducing levels of anxiety, reducing levels of depression, and bringing about the quality of life that the people expect that they are going to have, because they're very, very concerned that their quality of life is going to go down. And what they have proven is that by doing programs like this with estheticians and support, ancillary support programs, that it actually helps with their healing because it helps bring up their attitude. And when they look better on the outside, they feel better on the inside.
Now, what is the time frame for getting results? Is this something you have to just do every week, every few days? I mean,
it's so dependent on what's going on with the particular patient. You know, it depends on how long their chemotherapy is or how long their radiation is. And the other thing is that from there on, there's a new normal, because hair doesn't grow back the same way. Eyebrows don't grow back the same way. They can have some permanent skin issues related to what kind of therapy that they had. If they had hormone-reducing therapy, they're on different medications like tamoxifen or whatever, it can produce pigmentation issues on their skin. They can have some kind of permanent sensitivity. So things are not the same as when they went on chemotherapy. So what I help them identify is what their new normal is, and going forward, how we can help them help their skin maintain and get better.
Now, you reference these studies that help improve the quality of life for oncology patients and stuff. So this is something that you're trying to bring or have brought to the Tampa Bay area.
This is absolutely what I'm trying to bring to the Tampa Bay area, because it's been so evident that this is working so well around the country and around the world. And like I said, there's such a need in Tampa Bay. So I'm trying to help not only the client/patient with their physical needs and their emotional needs, because, when they come into me, I want to provide a caring, supportive environment, but trying to get the information out to the medical community.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how are you getting the word out to the doctors then?
Well, I'm actually having meetings right now with different plastic surgeons, oncology, radiology, physicians at Florida Hospital and around the area. I've also gotten the word out through different cancer supporting foundations like RN Cancer Guides and
RN Cancer Guides was a past guest on the program.
Past guest,
Yes,
she was,
and
she's been great in helping me get the word out because she understands.
So are you getting buy-in from the doctor community right now? I mean, because obviously that's going to be a tremendous referral source. If
Actually,
you can get,
we are. Yes,
yeah, so
we
you're
are.
getting the support from the medical community in addition to just spreading the word from patient to patient.
Exactly, because that's where it starts. It starts with the physician, okay, because they see the patient firsthand. And when they have these side effects that they're experiencing, then the doctor can tell the patient, go see the people at Salve Aesthetic Solutions because they can help you through this.
So what are some of the services then that you offer at Salve Aesthetic Solutions when an oncology patient comes in? I mean, what are some of the solutions then that you provide?
Well, basically what we do is we do a 1-hour consultation first. I go through an extensive evaluation about what kind of medications they're on, where they are in their cancer therapy, if they're going through radiation, and what is happening with their skin. And then from there, I either recommend home care, because home care on a lot of these patients is about 80% of the correction, and I might give them a nice hydrating facial or a soothing facial, or sometimes they just feel so sick that they can't lie down, so maybe they just want a hand and foot and scalp massage. Scalp issues are huge for patients when they lose their hair because their scalp becomes very sensitive, and doing a nice soothing massage with some essential oils really helps that too. So it's not your typical skincare like we're used to seeing in med spas. We don't do peels, and we don't do microdermabrasion, and we don't do all of those other modalities. One modality that I do for them for radiation is something called LED. It's a light-emitting diode, and that has been proven to really help reduce inflammation in the radiated areas. It's a technology that came from NASA years ago. And what they did was they put light-emitting diodes in the spaceships to help grow plants. And they found out that this can have a real positive effect on the astronauts as they're losing bone mass and muscle mass and having inflammation issues and things. So they've moved that into the medical community now. And I can elaborate on that a little bit more.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So what has happened now? For the light-emitting diode, it's a panel, and what we do is we put this panel on the irradiated area. It helps with muscle pain, which you get a lot of that. It helps with joint issues. It helps with inflammation. It helps influence good circulation. It helps stimulate cell growth. It acts like a little energizer bunny to help renew the skin, and it can really take away some of the negative, painful effects of radiation.
Wow, incredible. So tell me about your operation right now. When did you've recently opened this, correct?
We opened about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
4 or 5 weeks. Congratulations on the opening. Or is it still just a one-woman show, or do you have staff already, or what's the long-term
outlook? It is a
one-woman
show.
One-woman show?
It's a one-woman show.
So what's the long-term outlook for the business here? Are you looking to grow it outside the Bay Area? I mean, what's the plan?
I would just love to grow it within the Bay Area right now because there's a huge need here, and to be able to grow it here to reach all the different counties around is my immediate goal. I would love to reach out and do something like Salute al Especchio, Health in the Mirror at one of the hospitals. So that is also actually probably a closer goal, because I want to get a really good program going in one of the hospitals, and I've got some really great support going right now with some of them.
Well, congratulations on opening the business. We got about a minute left here before the bottom of our break. How has Working Women of Tampa Bay helped your business?
Working Women of Tampa Bay has been tremendous. Jessica has been such a great resource for me. She's put me in touch with people like Susan Scherer, who you had on your program, and with a couple of other people who in turn have put me in contact with physicians and foundations and other medical support personnel. And so it's just grown from there. And Jessica got me here today. So, you know, I love Working Women of Tampa Bay. As a new person in Tampa, it has really given me the resources to go out and meet like-minded individuals and to collaborate with other entrepreneurs.
Well, great discussion, and we greatly appreciate you coming in and talking to us about your business. Again, Salve Aesthetic Solutions, and you're located up on Del Mabry. What's the address again?
It's actually on Henderson, 3902 Henderson.
Okay. And the phone number there, what's the best number?
214-244-5600. 888-888-3576.
And people can learn more at salveaesthetics.com. B, thank you so much for being in studio.
Thank you.
And again, learn more about her, salveaesthetics.com. Coming back from the break, I'll be talking with Andrea Harrison, Chief Creative Officer with Tantalizing Tablescapes and Decor. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
realestateradiotampa.com, 813-917-1894.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Morning crash in Palm Harbor, southbound US 19 at Alderman, one in South St. Petersburg along northbound 275, just past the 31st Street exit ramp. It's blocking the right and center lanes, and traffic's backed up to almost 54th Avenue South. Over in Tampa, no major accidents to report. Minor one at 50th Street and Causeway, and typical delays on I-4 approaching 275. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson, Udurk. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. If you've been drinking, get a ride, call a cab, or find some other safe way home. Cops all across the country are cracking down on drunk driving, and they'll see you before you see them. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Winds, weather center forecasts. Morning fog today, eventually burning off. We'll see partly sunny skies, 20% chance of isolated showers. Low 80s for the high today, 70 for the low. Thursday will be the same. Then windy conditions develop Friday with the front, cloudy, 70% chance of showers, upper 60s for the high. Impact Radio, 1250 winds.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Each weekday morning at 8 a.m. here on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Learn more about this show over at TampaBayRadio.com. Also, we've expanded the brand to include a sixth show each and every week. The show called That Business Show, the Real Estate Edition, airs Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. on 970 WFLA, and that show also is made available on iTunes as a podcast and also on demand over at TampaBayRadio.com. Also, please connect with me on all the different social media sites to keep up to date with all the show happenings. Facebook.com/That Business Show, and Twitter under Jamie_Maloney, and also you'll find me on SoundCloud and YouTube as well. So it's Wednesday, so please help support the Working Women of Tampa Bay Networking Group and visit WorkingWomenOfTampaBay.com for more information on their many events that they hold throughout each and every month. Time to bring on my next guest for the program. Andrea Harrison is the owner and founder of Tantalizing Tablescapes and Decor, a custom event design company serving the Tampa Bay area. Tantalizing Tablescapes and Decor is an award-winning boutique company that offers upscale and unique event decor design. Andrea, welcome to the program today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Jamie.
So you're a former paralegal here that has made the transition into entrepreneurship here. How did you make this transition?
Well, I worked for a great company. Very happy with the company that I worked for. And it just came a time where I realized that my daughter was growing up. She's 9 now, 7 at the time, and I was spending less and less time with her. And I know you have a lot of listeners out there that were just like myself. You're trying to balance work, a 9 to 5, which sometimes turns into a 9 to 9, and you're trying to balance your family. And then a lot of us have that creative itch, that entrepreneurial itch. Yeah. And so I needed to find a way. For me, it was to walk away from my corporate job and start my own business. I've always been the creative type. So it was kind of easy for me to, kind of just transition into that.
So do you work with like event planners to and strictly do you just work on tablescape design? I mean, does your services branch out from the tablescape?
Tablescapes are my specialty. It's my passion. It's my love. I love working with planners. I love working with venues, love working with corporate offices. My best client, I guess, would be just anyone who would want to celebrate someone. So, there are a lot of people out there who want to do something special for their loved one, and they just don't have the time, or maybe they're not creative, or they're really not interested in going through the motions. So I would be the person that you would call, share your ideas with me, and I kind of just make your dreams come to life.
Is this a niche area? Because I would never have thought to call somebody for tablescapes design. I would think just to go to a planner and expect them to handle the entire aspect of the planning. But is this like a niche area?
Yes, I believe it is a niche area. It's something that I have been quite successful with. Especially when it comes to dining. So, if you go to a special restaurant and it's your anniversary, why not add something special to the table? Why not add something that reflects the person that you're celebrating? Lots of times I've brought the table to the person. So maybe at the office, outside, waterfront, by the beach, in a park. I mean, it could be anywhere. If you want to celebrate someone, I can make that happen and make the person just feel just special. Yeah. I wow guests, Jamie.
I always find it interesting talking to creative people because I would just put a placemat and a flower in the center of the table and then I'm done. So that's all I know.
I personally love it. I love when people come in with that kind of passion and it bleeds onto me and it recharges my batteries. And
I wouldn't know what to do. I literally would put a placemat, a tablecloth, and a flower in the center of the table and a vase, and then I would think I was creative. So, but I was looking at your website, and I mean on the homepage of the website, I mean, you got a beautiful tablescape design right there. I could never come up with something like that. So earlier this year, you won a tablescape design competition where you created a tablescape inspired by the Phantom of the Opera for a great cause, the Power Stories Gift of Story Gala. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So Power Stories puts on a gala, a fundraising gala, every year for the past, I think it's now 7 years. Last year, they implemented doing a tablescape design competition. We're actually doing it again this year. Last year, I won the competition, and my design was inspired by Phantom of the Opera. I've seen it on Broadway. I've seen it here at Straz. And when I realized that the theme for the gala was New York, and I'm from New York, and I chose to do Broadway, Phantom of the Opera was just something that just came naturally to me because I loved it. And so I really just love to, when I have a theme, to just kind of dive in and just allow my creative juices to flow. And so I created this amazing, if I could say so myself, Jamie, an amazing tablescape. The centerpiece alone was 8 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the centerpiece?
It was, a friend of mine has an event rental business, and she lent me this beautiful candelabra. When you put the candelabra on the floor, it's 5 feet tall. So when you add it to a table that's almost 3 feet, it's just beautiful. When you walk into the room, you just can't miss it. And we just put beautiful, at a local florist helped me in beautiful roses. It was just strewn with roses. It was amazing. There are pictures on my website and Facebook.
Now, how did you find tablescapes as your niche? Did you always just like doing tablescape design, or did you see a hole in the market for this? I mean, what was your inspiration to say, I'm going to do this?
My husband, he's the cook. He's the cook at home. I know my place. It's not in the kitchen. And he's an amazing cook. And what I just found myself doing over the past 14 years that we've been married is just making the table look pretty. I felt like, okay, I can clean the dishes, but what else could I do? And like I said, I've always been the creative type. So I always added a little something. Even at the company that I worked for the Melting Pot for 7 years. And I was always, yes, I ran the legal department, but somehow I was always the person that they called on to when we had a family and belonging event to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
So.
Now, your work has been published several times, I see. One of the most recent was for the On Point Executive Center blog, and you've also been featured on Channel 10's Studio 10 live TV several times displaying your tablescapes, and will be appearing again on December 23rd doing a Christmas and New Year's Eve tablescape. Can you share with us what you're doing, or is this a secret?
Actually, I can share a little bit, but I'm not going to tell you all because I want everyone to tune in. But yes, I have been blessed to be on Studio 10 Live. It's been an amazing experience, and one of the things that I love and I'm able to do on the show is I'm able to share my passion, but also my purpose. And I love to teach. So one of the things I can do is teach people how to create tantalizing tablescapes. And I'll be doing that on the December 23rd, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll be doing that on Channel 10, showing people how to create a tantalizing Christmas table and as well as a New Year's table.
You know, another tip you can share with listeners out there, I mean, how did you get the media appearances? Because that's always a great way to build your business. I mean, how did you get the appearance on Studio 10 Live TV?
I don't know if anyone else can do it the way I have, but it's been quite interesting. I have a daughter who is now 9 years old. She's a photographer, and she's been on that show. She's actually met Dion Lim, an anchor there at the station, through Working Women of Tampa Bay. And so she was on the show for an appearance, and sitting at the table, there was an empty bowl. Actually, the bowl had a couple of balls in the middle as a centerpiece. And she said to the producer after the show, "My mommy can make this table look so pretty." And she calls me over, Mommy, come, give me your card. And so she gave my card to the producer, and I kind of just thought, this is cool. Of course, I'd love to bring a centerpiece and put it there for you. Never in a million years did I expect to be on the show. They're an amazing family, and it's been a lot of fun.
Now, your daughter, 9 years old, is probably the youngest entrepreneur that I am aware of. I mean, she has a photography business, Photos by Madison.
Photos with Madison.
Yes. And she started this, I think you said, at age 7, right?
Yes.
Tell me the story about how this came about.
Well,
this
at
is incredible.
age 3, she, at her birthday party, she picked up a camera, and she started taking pictures at her birthday party because she wanted to capture memories. So when she was 7, and that was maybe a little bit after I had started my business, kids, they want to do what mommy does. Mm-hmm. And so she said, I want to start a business. And she went to a friend of ours who had at the time a photo studio. And she asked her, can I rent your studio for $2 an hour? And my friend said yes. So she rented the studio for 3 hours. And my friend asked her, well, why do you want to rent the studio? She said, well, I'm starting a photography business and I need exposure for my business. Wow. And so we made a flyer. We put it out there on Facebook, and she had about 12 little girls show up with their dolls because her specialty is taking pictures of little girls and their dolls. Mm-hmm. And we had 12 little girls show up. Some of them we didn't even know.
Oh, my gosh.
So it was pretty cool. I thought it was something that would kind of just go away. Jamie, no.
That's incredible. And she's 9.
She's 9.
Now.
She just turned 9.
She's got a Facebook page, Photos with Madison.
Photos with Madison. She's on Facebook. She's on Twitter.
We got up on the video stream now, yes.
That's actually a party that I did for her. So I did the decor for that party, but that was her 7th birthday.
Yeah.
And so she's on Facebook, she's on Twitter, she's on Instagram, and her dream is to photograph the President of the United States. That's what her dream is. She even has a hashtag, Help Madison Meet POTUS.
Help Madison Meet POTUS. All right, well, we'll spread the word ourselves here and stuff. So that's incredible. So you got yourself a little entrepreneur, age 9. When is she going to come in and do an interview with me?
Whenever you'd like her to come.
But she's in school, though. I was hoping you would bring her today.
Yeah, sometimes 3rd grade gets in the way, but she's off next week.
It's holiday break.
Yeah, yes. Holiday break, correct. So definitely want to get her in and talk about it. And my photographer in studio, Rick Tasseda, who's in here each and every morning taking amazing photographs, has done a shoot with her as well and was telling me about his experience with her. And he was just amazed that such a young girl has, the presence that she does in the business.
Yes,
so.
Rick has taken some great photos of her on her website, actually, the banner for her picture, for her website, photoswithmadison.com. Rick captured just an amazing photo of her in action, and it's one of our favorites.
Yeah, it's incredible to hear those types of stories. Very inspiring. So if anybody's out there saying, they don't have the ability to start a business, I mean, come on, that's a great story right there.
Yes.
You have the ability to start a business. So coming back to your business, the Tablescapes Design and Decor, why should somebody hire you for an event?
Someone should hire me because, like I said, I take the pressure off. Basically, all you have to do is tell me, who are we celebrating? Why are you celebrating? What is your theme? And then I take it and I run with it. And it's something that I'm passionate about. And it's something that I am very good at, if I could say that myself, Jamie. I love it. I absolutely love to do it. So a CEO of a company that may be listening today, and he wants to celebrate his wife, or maybe we have a CEO who wants to celebrate her husband, and they want to do something extra special. So they call me. We talk about it, and I bring their vision to life. I make it special. When you sit around a beautiful table, there's just something about it. You feel special. It's not just the everyday, so that is.
And there's no event too challenging then, or no table design or creativity that somebody's looking for. You're up to the challenge.
I am up to the challenge. Yes, sir.
Well, people can reach out to you. Website tantalizingtablescapes.com, or give you a call, 813-625-5502. Again, 813-625-5502. Got to take a quick break, but coming back from the break, we'll wrap up the Working Women Wednesdays feature of That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
Have you considered a reverse mortgage as part of your retirement financial plan? For homeowners age 62 or older, a reverse mortgage from Access Reverse Mortgage is a safe, economical way to turn your home's equity into cash or monthly income. Access Reverse Mortgage is a family-owned company based right here in the Tampa Bay area for the past 10 years. They are A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau and Florida's leading reverse mortgage provider. Call 727-347-0305 or go to accessreverse.com to start your research today. NMLS number 4566. That's 727-347-0305. Tampa Bay weather is a roof killer. That's why when getting your roof done, you want it done right. Hi, I'm Jamie Maloney of That Business Show. When considering a new roof or repair, talk to Westfall Roofing. They've been installing high-quality roofs in Tampa Bay for over 25 years. Get a free, no-obligation estimate by calling 855-99-ROOFING. That's 855-99-ROOFING. Find out what already 15,000 satisfied customers already know. Call now, 855-99-ROOFING.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Tasseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktasseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Toseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project. In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Good morning, crash at Pinellas Park on 49th Street, just south of US 19. Also slow traffic still in South St. Petersburg. Northbound 275 from 54th Avenue South to just past 31st Street exit ramp area. The right and center lanes remain blocked there. And Tampa southbound Veterans Expressway still slow between Gun Highway and Waters. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick, Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. If you've been drinking, get a ride, call a cab, or find some other safe way home. Cops all across the country are cracking down on drunk driving, and they'll see you before you see them. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Today, warm and humid, 20% rain chance, near record heat, high 83. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 70. Tomorrow, a 30% rain chance, high 82.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Each weekday morning at 8 a.m. here on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Learn more about the program over at TampaBayRadio.com. Also, it's Wednesdays. This is Working Women Wednesdays, so please help support the Working Women of Tampa Bay Networking Group and visit workingwomenoftampabay.com. Now, I want to come back over to B. Hunter Erdman, who is on the first segment of the program. She is the owner of Salve Aesthetic Solutions. And B, I understand you're going to be working with Andrea on an upcoming grand opening for your business.
Yes, we're going to be having our grand opening on Saturday, January 9th from 3 to 5. And after meeting Andrea today, I've swung a deal with her, and she's going to do tablescapes for me.
Oh, another great business partnership made in studio. I see that all the time in this program when my guests meet for the first time and then end up exchanging business together. So just another way the show adds value to the listeners and to the guests out there. So if you're looking to make an appearance on the show, we're always looking for content, another a value-added addition to coming into the program.
And that's one of the cool things about Working Women of Tampa Bay is that's how I've made a lot of connections with a lot of the relationships that I've made with very amazing people here in the Tampa Bay area. Jessica Rivelli does it really well. She really knows how to connect people. And so, I mean, this is just a perfect example of just how it happens.
Yeah. So if there's any professional women out there that are listening, I mean, take advantage of what Jessica was saying in the first segment and reach out to them and, consider joining the group. Just attend one of their events and meet her and ask some questions, and you can learn more about that over at workingwomenoftampabay.com. Click on the events tab of their website, and they got several events each and every week, so there's no reason why anybody can't get to some of these events, and they're all over the Bay Area as well. Pinellas, Hillsborough, Pasco, they're all over. Andrea, you have workshops that you also give to help people with tablescape designs. Tell us about
Yes,
this.
love teaching. So I love to teach people how to create tantalizing tablescapes at home. This works really well. I know there's a lot of women out there listening right now, moms, friends. Grab your mom, your sister, your friends, pull them together in the living room. This works well for lunch and learns at small businesses, even large corporations, where I could come in and do a lunch and learn and teach people how to use the charger plate. What tablecloth do you use? Just teach people how to create a beautiful, tantalizing tablescape. So I've got some workshops coming up. We're going to be doing some at On Point Executive Center on Rocky Point. And I'm going to put it out there. For the first 5 people that reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, email, however they want to reach out to me, for the first 5 people that reach out to me, I'm going to allow them to come to our next workshop, and they can bring a friend. They can bring a friend for free.
Wow, incredible. So what's trending, or what do people like at tablescapes? I mean, is it just something different every single time?
I think it's something different every single time. I think that it is right now. It seems to be gold. It seems to be the color that's in right now. But I think with Tablescapes, it really is. It reflects the person. It reflects the person that you're celebrating. It reflects their personality, what they're into. Like I said, if it's an anniversary, it's all about that person and reflecting them in your design.
So, do you miss being a paralegal at all? I mean, is there any chance that you'd ever go back to that, or is being an entrepreneur your passion now?
Being an entrepreneur is definitely my passion. I do miss my melting pot family, but being a paralegal, Jamie, no, not so much anymore.
So what's the long-term outlook for your business here? Are you still also, just like I was talking with B, are you a one-woman operation right now? And do you have other designers on your team right now?
Right now, I'm the only designer, but I do have a team of people that I work with. So if anyone needs, say, a larger event, I do specialize in small, intimate events. But when people need larger events, I do have a team of people. I do have contacts that I'm able to bring in, and we're able to create something beautiful.
How small of events do you do? Like birthday parties for kids, or?
Yes, I can do birthday parties for kids, and as small as two for, like I said, an anniversary, engagement. One of the things I'd love to do is for during prom season. I mean, the biggest thing now is having the promposals, having people propose in like just the craziest ways. I would love to set up a table in the middle of the football field for that football player who wants to ask the cheerleader or whomever it is, his girlfriend, to the prom. So something like that. So it could be something as small as two. Hey, I've done a dinner for one before. I don't discriminate.
Yeah. Well, very creative, and I like the ideas that she has here. I mean, I have a very uncreative mind, so I would.
That's why you need me, Jamie.
There you go. So, where do you get all the materials for the Tablescapes? Or do you work with a certain supplier? I mean, are there any opportunities for suppliers to help you with your business?
Oh, most definitely. I have an inventory of my own, but I do have some friends in the business that have event rental companies. So I have those kind of connections. I have vendors that I work with that I've built relationships with, and so I'm able to pull from all different directions to be able to create whatever it is that the client wants.
Wow. And you have an upcoming workshop. When you said your next event is coming up, what's the date and time of this event?
We're planning it for the end of January. The date has not been selected yet, but we are planning it for the end of January, so just be on the lookout for that.
Okay, and people can, the first 5 people to reach out to you again are going to be able to come to it with a guest for free, you said?
Yes, definitely bring a guest. I mean, Working Women is all about connecting people. I mean, that's one of the things that we have built our business on, building relationships. We like to do it one table setting at a time. So, definitely anyone who reaches out to us, the first 5 people can bring someone for free.
Well, sounds like a plan. Hopefully some of the listeners and Working Women members will reach out to you. And you made a connection here today with B, so an excellent connection made today. And B, your grand opening, again, go ahead and plug the grand opening again one more time.
Saturday, January 9th from 3 to 5 at our location, 3902 Henderson Boulevard in the Co-Creative Office Suite, second floor of Centennial Bank Building. Right. And they can RSVP as Salve Aesthetic Solutions grand opening on Facebook.
All right. And they could also learn more over at salveaesthetics.com or give her a call at 214-244-3576. And Andrea, they can get in touch with you also at 813-625-5502 and learn more at tantalizingtablescapes.com. Andrea and B, I greatly appreciate you both being in studio this morning and helping out on Working Women Wednesdays.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Oh, it's been another great Working Women Wednesday show. And as always, be sure to visit workingwomenoftampabay.com. They have an amazing events calendar and is an excellent professional women's working and networking group, and a group that I highly recommend. So please help support them by visiting workingwomenoftampabay.com and help support the show by visiting tampabayradio.com. All shows over there are available on demand, and please help support all the past guests and show partners. We do have a guest network tab on the homepage, and you can see everybody that's been on this show, complete with their bios and also a link to their interviews. So if you could please help support them and let them know it's because they were on That Business Show, it would be greatly appreciated. And be sure to tune in each and every weekday morning at 8 a.m. and connect with me on all the different social media sites, facebook.com/That Business Show and Twitter under Jamie_Maloney. I'll be back in here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So have a great day, everybody.